Alright, in this video I wanted to talk about a brand new spell that they released that I believe is, let's see, here maybe? Let's see. I forgot where I picked it up. It's a Z token cost. A lot of people like to wait for the Black Friday half off sale, but yeah, it's here. But I didn't want to wait another year, so I picked up the MP variant. I don't know if it's swappable in the upgrader to the SP variant yet. It probably will be if it's not already. Basically, casting it causes the player, the pet, and the guest to get celerity. And it's really cool because a lucky beast mage, it kind of makes you, by casting that spell, sort of a hybrid between, I guess you could say, like a hybrid between H series and Bard of War, in a way. Now, another cool thing about it is it's paid for 100% through damage, and it actually scales. How much you pay scales with the damage. So a lot of people may balk at that because it's sort of scaling twice on damage. So you're paying more damage the lower your fire resist is, and then the higher the fire resist is, the less damage you're paying. So it kind of like doubles up on that concept. For example, it pays a certain amount at 100% fire. You're naturally going to do more damage. Maybe it offsets itself completely, so you're doing the same damage regardless. I'm not for sure, but basically, no added MP or SP costs, or no. I hate hit point costs most of the time. My end characters don't mind it, but what's really cool about it is things like effects. Like, for example, I just did a Sinister Protein video, and so I'll get to basically attempt to take away the monster he resisted this time. The monster's stat twice, and then my pet gets to go twice, and my guest gets to go twice. So it's really nice. Quite enjoy it. A lot of people may balk at the overcharged cost of the spell, but what I like about it is if you cast it back to back, there's no cooldown like the pumpkin spice stuff, which has a couple or 3 turn cooldown or whatever it is. This works every time you cast it, as long as you have the MP. So I am going to be able to get 2 turns this round as well. So that works really well for panic inflictors, especially warcast users. Maybe you wanted to basically gives you a second chance to inflict more panic, and then phase can keep your MP and SP healed up. Like I said, you can basically go twice a whole bunch of times because you're casting it constantly and you're replenishing your MP. I haven't really tested it on something like Void Awakening, but I suspect it would work very well if you're using the MP version of the Pet and Guest with Void Awakening. Tropo Shield, Dark Invader stuff, you could cast it and then do a Dark Invader skill. I think it would probably work really well there. And then also, I'll show you another quick stack before I end this. If you use this in Bard of War, then your pet and guests will stack its celerity, but also if you're using Rain Plate, which has its own let's see, I can't remember. Yeah. So basically you can cast it in Rain Plate, which I have been using a ton as a beast mage. And as you can see, I get 2 turns on the player side. And I have basically swapped Creature 72 for Rubzard a lot because I'm inflicting panic in other ways. So it's basically enhancing my Lucky Strike heals from phase. And then keep in mind, player celerity gives, with using Optico, as you notice, it's ×6 on Hypercrit in the box there. And then I want you to see how it becomes ×11 after the turn is done. So it guarantees Lucky Strikes for phase this turn here. So everything's Lucky Strikes. And so you can use things like, I think Tribal Shaman Armor is a mandatory item to use. Using these items, it'll pay for itself on the SP front. Rubzard may end up killing the monster here. But, let's see, no. Let's see what kind of heals I get. 1k on each. I've actually, with Tribal Shaman and Rubzard and Panic Eating with phase, after a few turns, I've been able to actually, with player celerity to guarantee the Lucky Strike, I've been able to get a 2k plus MP heal. And so with Warcaster and Jinia's Orb of Power, Seeing Red, my hope is the new gift box spell, not the gift box, the quest spell from Frostfell will be a light-based panic spell. That's my hope. Hopefully it'll be a very fast 4-hit spell, but we'll see what happens. But that's it. The Chrono Phoenix spell, Z token, giving your Beast Mage extra hits with your pets and guests. If you use a lot of healing, pets and guests, it's just going to keep you healed faster. To me, it is a must-have spell. It's 4 hits. I'll show one more thing real quick before I call it a day. Alright, so I'm going to come over to Sinister Protein. Let's go ahead and move this to Intelligence. We're going against a mage-based monster. And then what I'm going to do here, let's go ahead and do this actually. Go ahead and do this and we'll be able to boost our little pet heal here. Alright, so I'm going to cast this first. I'll actually do this next attack. Because I forgot what I was going to show you, but it's all good. As you can see, it was a monster heal right there. Brain Drain is at 280. Alright, so here's what I was going to actually do. I was going to use the Chaotic Lacerda Staff. This damn guy bounces around too much, man. Go back here. And it's a 4-hit spell. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you can go over to Void Forged. And then do your skill. So you basically get access to Void Forge with Lacerda Staff in the same turn just by casting the spell. So it is a very, very good spell. I think it's basically a Beast Mage's wet dream of a spell. I would recommend it. I think it's a S tier item.